anything you want to say to Matty B before we end this podcast tonight?
All righty. Matty B, I want you to listen here, son. All right, for weeks and weeks out, you ran from me like a grease pig. All right? You've been like a hen in a chicken coop with a raccoon trying to get in. All right? I'm going to be all over you like biscuit and gravy. I'm going to smother you all up. I'm going to fry you like taters. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a hard-working man. I represent the hard-working men and women of the KZW universe and the wrestling universe, and I'm going to beat you. Because like I said, you're going to have to hit me with a dump truck, son, because I'm chasing that dream, and I'm going to get that dream. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can have a bulletproof vest on you, whatever. You got that hit mark on you, and I'm coming for you. So, Matty B, when that bell rings and you hear, yeah, it's going to be some country loving and some country good time. And I'm going to take you to Woodshed, boy. Matty B, just be ready, because I'm coming.
Russell Ryan here, and it was with great honor that I announce your new KZW heavyweight champion, cousin, Big Frank. What's going through your mind right now?
Oh, years and years of fighting and climbing up the hill, climbing up the mountain. Woo-wee! I'll tell you what, man, it's sweeter than molasses. I'm telling you what. Man, I will say this. Matty B, you won. Oh, man, you one big boy to fight with. You brought it to me. Oh, I got the upper hand, man. I got the upper hand. I covered you like biscuit and gravy. There was no kicking out. Oh, Matty B. Oh, I beat you. I told you I was coming. No more running, no more hiding. Oh, but I will say this. KZW, I will be the champion that you need. I will be a fighting champion. Yeah, I'll tell you. Russell, it's time to go party, buddy. Woo! Mama, I'm coming home! Woo!
Podcast City Network.
Listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to the Everett Lee Show. A shot of entertainment to the head. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the entertainment.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Everett Lee Show podcast. I am Everett Lee. Quick shout out to everyone who follows me on Twitter. You can follow me at @EverettLoreScoreLee, Facebook.com/EverettLee. Click that thumbs up. And, of course, Podcast City Network, the official host of the Everett Lee Show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right there, what you just saw just happened this past weekend. All right? My guest is returning. And this time, he has about maybe 10 to 15 pounds of gold on his shoulder. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. The new KZW World Heavyweight Champion, Big Cousin Frank.
Yeah! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Champion's in the house! Woo-hoo!
Hell yeah. Let's give a round of applause for the new KZW World Heavyweight Champion. As soon as I can find the sound effect right here. My glasses are fogging up because I'm so excited. You know what? There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Big Frank. So, how you been?
Oh, man. It's been crazy down here in Kentucky, I tell you. Man, we've been partying every night, bonfires, you know it all. Man, I still can't believe it.
That is awesome. And what do you think about right there before we went live with what the words you had to say last time to Matty B when he was on here, when he was on the podcast? The words you had to say, the promo, what you said to him, and then you capturing the KCW World Heavyweight title. What went on and what was going through you right up to that lumberjack match you had right there against Matty B?
Man, I tell you, I worked hard, you know, training and everything else, and I got nervous the day of the match. You know, ring surrounded by people that love you and people that hate you, but most of all, the people that respect you. Because, I mean, you can ask anybody in the locker room. I work my butt off night in, night out, and but sitting back there, and you know, I was just pondering, you know, that little 5-year-old kid sitting there in front of the TV and looking back and saying, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna be champion one day." You know, and that was my moment, you know. And then music hit, and I came out waving the flag, and the crowd just behind me. Man, one of the greatest moments of my career, probably my life, happened that night. And when that bell rung and Matty smacked me in the face, you know, that really set the tone for the match. I knew right then and there it was going to be a barnyard fight, and that's what I was raised to do.
It was one heck of a fight, man. And I want to throw a shout out to KCW, Kentucky's Own Wrestling, for that highlight package right there of that match, because once word broke on social media that, or on their Kentucky's Own Wrestling KCW's Facebook page, that you captured the KCW World Heavyweight title, I was shocked. I was hitting the internet. I was looking every place I can find because I wanted to see this match. Then finally, when they put up the match on their Facebook page, I watched the highlights of it. Good Lord, man. When you got thrown out the ring, you got beat down, you got thrown back in, and you kept going. You kept fighting. Matty got thrown in there. He got beat up. He got thrown back in. He kept fighting. Both of you kept fighting. And then there were some people who jumped in the ring and tried to take you out. And you took them out. And then when it was all said and done, that big chokeslam finish. And 1, 2, 3. As soon as after the 3 count, and when the bell rang, and you were announced as the new KZW World Heavyweight Champion, what went through you?
Yeah. Oh, what went through me, man?
Yes.
I felt. I tell you, to be honest with you, I felt like a little kid again. I got emotional. Like I said last time, you know, I've been 10 years in the making, and you know, climbing the hill, and you know, got dirt under my nails, and you know, scrapes all over my body, and finally to reach that top, I'm still speechless. I guess I'm still speechless just looking at the title. I just can't. I guess that's no words to describe. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
I mean, Matty kicked out of the first choke slam I gave him that night, and I knew I didn't get it all on him.
Right.
But I thought it was good enough, so I went for the pin, and he kicked out of it, and I was like, what am I going to have to hit this guy with? And then he hit me with his finisher. And to be honest with you, I don't even remember kicking out of it. But that's when everybody started getting in the ring. And, I choke slam Rage, Mr. Wrestling himself, because I guess he thought he's got a little chihuahua syndrome, he's barking up the big dog. And this so happened this time the big dog bit. And then Chris Sterling was in the ring, knocked him for a loop, make sure he tasted his breakfast. And no words can describe the way I feel about winning that title. It's just years of accomplishment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The work, dedication, everything that you put in, it all came to this moment of you capturing the KCW World Heavyweight Championship. And right now on the chat, Mr. Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast says that he just had Jeremy Rage on, and Jeremy, I guess, he wants a shot at the title. What do you have to say? What do you have to say about that, there, champ? That you already got a target on you.
Like I said in the promo, whenever they interviewed me after the match, I'm a fighting champion. Bring it on, dogs. I'm telling you, if anybody thinks they can step into my yard, be more than welcome. But I'm going to tell you right now, that title's staying right here, right around my waist. And Mr. Rage, if you want some, you just come on and get some.
I'm sure he will respond back tonight about that now. He will. I'm sure Mr. Mr. Wrestling will hit me up on social media about that right there, though. But being the champ, you're on top of the mountain, man. Everyone's gunning for you now. Everybody wants the champ. And like any fighting champion, like you said that you are a fighting champion, and you will take on anybody. But at the end of the day, the belt is staying around your waist.
That's right. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be like the champions that I used to watch when I was a kid.
Right.
I'm not going to back down from any fight. I don't care how big you are, how small you are. I don't care how many teeth you got, how many teeth you don't got. I don't care how big your muscles are, how small your muscles are. Listen, I'm Cousin Frank. I'm from the country, and I like it that way. And I'm going to fight country style each night. And the way I was raised is country boy can't survive, and we're going to fight till we can't even move or can't even breathe.
Right. Yeah, you cannot keep a good country boy down, no matter how hard you try, because they will come out fighting and swinging, and that's exactly what you did there. That's exactly what you did. And what is the fans' response that night right there after you winning the championship there? How was that with the fans that stood behind you and was rooting and cheering for you and pulled with you all the way? How did that feel, having all those people behind you?
Man, it was sweeter than molasses. I'm gonna tell you that. Whenever that bell rung and I realized I was on top of Matty, and that crowd was they just went ballistic. Nobody was sitting down when the match was over, and they continued all night long. I was getting messages still at 4:00 in the morning. I was like, goodness gracious, these people not go to sleep. But they kept messaging. I'm still getting messages still. I went to Walmart earlier, and I had people wanting pictures, and they was congrats, and about time somebody took the title off of Matty, and it's still going on. People are still excited, and it reminds me of the old times of wrestling, people getting into it, and wrestling's not dead. And
right.
That night it proved.
It definitely did. The crowd, they stood and they cheered and they were into the match. That was one, like, I hate to take this from good old JR. That was one hell of a slobber knocker right there with the lumberjack match. I haven't seen a good lumberjack match like that in a long time. When I tuned in and watched that right there, just whoever on the KCW payroll there put that highlight package together was fantastic because it caught some really good moments, and especially when you won that title there, man. Oh wow, I'm in shock still. I'm in shock because Matty's tough. Matty was tough, and I've had him on the show before, and he's talk the talk, walk the walk, though. But that night, it wasn't his night. It wasn't his night, man. It was your night. It definitely was your night.
Yeah. it was. Matty's one heck of a fighter too. I'm telling you, he's got a little country blood in him. I'm gonna tell you that. When he hits you, he hits you. But one moment that made it real special was my buddy, and he's an announcer at KZW, is Russell Run.
Yeah.
When he brought the title over and handed it to me, that was a big moment too. But man, I tell you, I still watch that video and still get chills.
I would too. I would too. Just watching that right there, you could tell the emotion and everything. When the title was handed to you, you could tell that, and you couldn't miss it with the emotion all over you, and it was great. It definitely was great.
Oh yeah, and another thing is we invited the kids into the ring. We all had a big old square dance right there, and that made it special too. Seeing those kids, they've cheered me on from day one. And boy, there was fans from other towns that showed up. They stuck right by me, and I won that for them too. I mean, because like I said, I'm not just your average Joe. I represent the hard men and hard women workers of America, and man, I won one for the team. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You definitely did win one for the team, man. And one thing I noticed was on social media right there on the page there on the KCW page or even your page, the one little kid was cheering for you, saying Big Frank. I thought that was nice, man. The kids love you, man. They love you. They definitely love coming out and seeing you each and every week and every month, at events, and that's great. That's great with the cowbells and just they love you. They love you, man.
Oh, yeah. That little boy right there, I've grown close with him. He's a smart kid too. But yeah, he was there that night too, and he was, I reckon, took everything they had whenever them boys started kicking me outside the ring, and I reckon his mom said he had to hold them down and everything else. I'll tell you. I represent what I can for those kids because a lot of kids these days don't have role models, and I don't stand for bullying at all. And I showed that to Matty B that night. You can't bully around, anybody. So, but yeah, I mean, I met a lot of interesting kids, and I hope I'm a good role model for them.
Oh, you are. The kids look up for you. The kids look up to you, and that's great. That's great that they look up to you, and you got to be a role model there. I mean, you're the champion. You definitely are the champion, and I'm sure that a lot of people, like you just mentioned, they want to step up. They want to get in line. They want to come at you, and apparently, on my side note here. Big Frank, looks like I I spoke a little bit too soon because Mr. Wrestling Jeremy Rage wants to call in, and he has some words for you.
Well, that's interesting.
I know. He's hit me up right now, and he wants to call in. He wants to have some words with you there.
Well, bring him on in if you can. I'm interested in hearing what little guy's got to say.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to get him on the phone right now. When he does call in, I will put you on hold, and I will connect both calls here.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm interested to see what he has to say now, man. I mean, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Yeah, you know.
Well, you know, he's got a little gold around his waist too, and you know, he's been lucky to have it.
Yeah. He's tag team champion, man. They had a heck of a night that night right there. A lot went down at this event, man. So much stuff happened. Triple threat match with the KCW United States Championship with Crutch going up against former champion Chris Rose and Chris Sterling. That was one hell of a match right there, man. That definitely was a match.
Yeah, my buddy Crutch won. Retained the title. I'm telling you, that was a one impactful night. I mean, even the women's match right there. I mean, whoever thought Harley would ever betray Michelle like that? I didn't see that coming at all.
Well, oops, I just lost him. Mr. Rage was just calling in. All right. Okay. I know there's so much, like you said there, like betrayal happen. You know, he's gonna be calling back. I like to hear what he has to say here, Frank.
I'm interested. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm tell you what. I put my whittling stick down. I'm ready to hear what he says.
Yeah, I am too. I definitely am too. What he has to say, and this is so unexpected because I did not plan this here. Because with Jeremy Rage, Mr. Wrestling, you don't know what's going to happen. You do not know what's going to happen.
Oh no, you don't.
All right.
No.
Hold on, just 1 minute, and I'll connect you, Mr. Jeremy Rage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me connect Frank back to the call, and we will. I'd love to hear what you'd have to say here, man.
All right. What did he say, Everett, real quick? What did he say?
What did he say?
Yeah.
He basically said, you want some, come get some. So let me connect him to the call real quick here. All right?
All right.
Frank? Big Frank? You there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Jeremy Rage, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right. Both you guys are connected. Right now, I have on the phone right here with me live, right here on the Everett Lee Show, I got the new KCW heavyweight champion, Big Cousin Frank, and called in just now, one half of the KCW tag team champions, Mr. Wrestling Jeremy Rage. Gentlemen.
Well, listening to the show and you say come get some, Big Frank? I mean, is that a challenge? Are you offering Mr. Wrestling of all people a challenge at that heavyweight title? Because I tell you, it's a little bit different working me one-on-one than it is when you got your buddy Tomahawk to back you up, my friend.
Oh, son, I tell you what, I'm up for a challenge anytime. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not like Matty B. I'll fight each night I can. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't need nobody behind me because I got these great fans. I got the KZW universe. I got the universe. I got all the Frankaholics. I got all my cousins. I'm never alone, boy.
Oh, God. Cousin Frank, Big Cousin Frank. KZW, newly crowned world champion. And you know what? I'm actually happy for you. 10 years in the business, they ducked and dodged you for years, and they finally gave you the shot, and you choke slammed me and Matty B on your way to it. And that's all well and good. And like I said, I've worked you before. I've been in the ring with you before. I know how good you are. But you're not Mr. Wrestling. You're not that good. And see, the company has avoided that championship and me for 12 years almost now. So, if you're saying your game, and I mean, hell, if JJ's game, let's make this match happen. Right here, right now, on this show, on this podcast, Pod City Network, millions of people listening. JJ McGuire, you the man in control right now. You have the championship. You can pretty much pick and choose who you want. Tell them, make the match happen. If you really think one-on-one that the outcome will be the same as our past discrepancies, then you think you're going to get that big meat hook of yours around my little neck again and choke slam me. Let's make this match happen at the fair. Tomorrow night. Why not?
Tomorrow night. That's Clinton County, right? That's Clinton County. That's where we're going to be tomorrow night. You know what? I choke slammed you more than once. I can do it again. I'm game. If JJ makes the match, let's do it. Country bunking against the big cousin, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Ray, you're not going to walk away heavyweight champion because that title's home where it deserves to be.
Oh, Frank, you signed the worst mistake of your life, my friend. That is a world heavyweight championship, second generation, 16 years in the business, and all I've wanted is to get a one-on-one match for that strap. You get that match made, I promise you are going to be a flash in the pan. They're not going to remember Big Cousin Frank. You can dance with the galaxy and all you want. But when it comes down to it, Frank, you can pretend to be this big hilljack, hillbilly, biscuit gravy eating, big tall gangly monster all you want. You're hiding behind that championship. The title don't make the man makes the title. And you, my friend, are going to be nothing more than a transitional champion when you step in there one-on-one with Mr. Wrestling Jeremy Rage. I am the best, and I want you to hear this. I am the absolute best thing that company's got, and they all know it. And you will find out if this gets to take place at Clinton County Fair tomorrow night.
Listen, if you think you're the best, that's fine and dandy. But I'm going to tell you right now, that title right there is mine. I worked my butt off for 10 years for that title. And Rage, I'm going to tell you right now, yeah, we fought before. And I'm going to tell you right now, the game's a little different now, son, because you're stepping in my yard. You're stepping into my court. And I'm going to tell you right now, as long as I am breathing, as long as I can move, as long as I'm above the ground, that title's going to stay with me. And you think you're more country than me, that's fine and dandy. I'll just choke slam you and knock you a little silly a little bit more.
Wow. You guys are firing up tonight, man. Frank, you're fired up.
Everett Lee, I love you for making... I love you. I love you.
Thank you.
I love Podcast City Network. I love this. I love it. Because, Frank, let me just explain a little something to you. It's called wrestling, my friend. It ain't called the Big Cousin Show. It's called Mr. Friggin' Wrestling's Show. It is my show. 16 years I've been in this business. I remember when you started. And, yeah, we have fought numerous times, and I have to give you all the props in the world. 9 times out of 10, your hand's been raised in our little altercations. But it only takes that one time, Frank. It only takes one slip up, and see, now you're the guy with the target on his chest. Everybody's gunning for you. Matty B's gunning for you. Tomahawk's gonna gun for you. Everybody is. But they ain't Mr. Wrestling caliber. And you know, one-on-one, You know one-on-one. I got your number, Frank. I got it.
No, you ain't got no number. I tell you what, you can't count high enough to even have my number. I'm going to tell you something right now. I hope everybody's got the target on my back. Because guess what? That makes me a better man because I'm going to have to prove myself each night, each day that I am a true champion. And I'm telling you right now, Rage, I'm ready for a fight. You know, I might be a little sore from the from that lumberjack battle, but guess what, son? Whoa, boy, I've had my biscuit and gravy, and I'm ready. I'm ready, son, to cover you. Oh, boy, I tell you. You know what? I'm going to knock some more of that hair off your head, you old man.
You see that right there? Everett Lee and Podcast City Network, everybody in the world's listening to this.
Yes.
A man worked 10 years of his life from the bottom. People that said that Frank would never be champion, and guess what? He proved them all wrong last Saturday and fought for his life, and he did it. And he went through about 10-plus guys to get it. I give him that. I give him all the respect and props in the world. I really do. But you ain't as hungry as me, Frank. You're a gimmick, Frank. You want these people behind you. I don't need people behind me. Everything I've ever got in this business, ever since I started in day one, and I'm trying to keep it clean as I can, but from day one, I've done it all by myself. And I promise you, one-on-one, you can't beat me. That belt is coming with Mr. Wrestling, whether you like it or not. I really don't care. When we step in that ring, one-on-one, for that World Heavyweight Championship, 1, 2, 3, Mr. Wrestling always wins.
Oh, is that the truth, huh? You always win every time you get in the ring.
When the main event belt is on the line, when the main event is going, when it's title matches, Frank, and be honest, let's cut all the crap out of the way, cut it all down. Jeremy talking to Frank, you tell the truth. When the main events happen, when they put the big matches in front of Mr. Wrestling, how many of them really have I lost? U.S. titles, 3 of them. 2-time now tag team champions. The only belt that has eluded me in that company is the one that you currently possess. And this is Mr. Wrestling, sick and tired of having guys, no disrespect to you and your career at all. Don't take that the wrong way. But sick and tired of guys that has come after him getting all these title shots and getting all these opportunities like the little Chris Sterlings and everybody else in the world and big cousin Frank Vanovers. It is my time. It is Mr. Wrestling's time, and I promise you, if the J.J. McGuire makes this match, if they're listening to Podcast City Network and your podcast right now, Everett Lee,
yes,
they make this match happen, you will be calling me on this podcast as the world champion and still one half of the tag team champions. I am the belt collector. I'm the bone breaker. And big cousin Frank, all the respect in the world to you, son, but you ain't got what it takes to beat me one-on-one.
Now, listen here. I've heard enough. I'm going to tell you right now, since day one, even when I first auditioned to train, they told me I'd never make it, and I proved them wrong. And they told me I never would last longer than 5 years in this company, in any company, and I proved them wrong. Yeah, you might have won some belts. I've won belts myself, and I am the KZW heavyweight champion. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a security guard. I don't care if you're Tomahawk. I don't care if you're Chris Sterling. Listen, I don't even care if you're Gunner. My title will be defended whenever and whoever wants that title. I'm going to tell you right now, son, you might be Mr. Wrestling, but I'm going to tell you right now, I hope you're ready for a barnyard fight because guess what, son? That's how I was raised. It ain't going to be no wrestling. It's going to be a fight.
And it's going to be a fight. It definitely is going to be a fight because, like I was discussing, Mr. Wrestling because Frank, everybody wants a piece of the champ, and certainly they can actually get a piece of the champ tomorrow night. One night at the county fair, KZW.
Clinton County Fair tomorrow night, KZW. I'll see you there, boys. I'll let you enjoy what's left of your championship ring and let you get your little pop and your little story out there. I'll see you tomorrow night, Frank.
All right, son. I'll see you there, and I hope you bring some extra duty underwear because I'm gonna make you poop on yourself, boy.
We'll see. We'll see.
Have a good night. Well, did not expect that, man. I did not expect that right there, Frank. I did not.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He ruffled my feathers just a little bit right there. Man, if he wants to fight, we'll fight.
Oh yeah, he wants to fight. He wants to fight. He was listening, man. He was listening. Like I was discussing with you earlier. Everybody wants the champ. Everybody wants a piece. You got that target on you, man. You got that target on you, Big Frank, and you're a fighting champion. And I believe you will have a good run, a good solid run with that title. And it's a lot of competitors are going to have to step up their game to come take that title from you. And you could, right there, Jeremy Rage. I don't know what else to say, man. I didn't expect that tonight. I had some other stuff planned, but I didn't expect that there. I mean, anything happens when you're live on the Everett Lee Show. That happens. I've said it a million times over the last 130-something episodes in the last 3 years. Everything happens, man. Anything happens. I do want to break it off now, Frank, to some fan questions I have in the chat. The chat's going crazy right now on this live podcast. Chat's going crazy. Have Devin. He has a question to ask you, and if he can get the question up, you'll be able to ask. But while he's typing his question up, I do want to talk about the county fair tomorrow night. There, Kentucky's Own Wrestling presents One Night at the County Fair on June 13th. KCW invades the Clinton County Fair at the 335 Fairground Road in Albany, Kentucky. Bell time at 7 p.m. And KCW event free with paid fair admission. You come to the fair to pay, you get to see some good old Kentucky's Own wrestling. And it's going to be something, man. If you're in the area tomorrow night, please stop by and see the talent.
Yeah, it's Central Time, too. So, they're an hour behind us.
Okay, so it's 9 here, so it'd be 8 over there.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. That is good to know. So there'll be an hour time zone right there. All right. Well, Devin has this question here he wants to ask you. He says, do you miss being bad? Or do you really miss being bad? Or
no.
were you a savage?
Do I miss being the nightmare?
Yeah.
To be honest with Devin, buddy, I'm gonna tell you right now, no, I don't miss it. I don't miss it one bit. I was in a dark stage of my life and didn't know what was what and didn't know who I was. And that's probably the reason why I never won the big matches, because not only was I fighting the guy in the ring, I was fighting my own demons. And it took me turning around, buddy, to realize that hey, I don't have to be the big ugly guy to be me. Do I miss the chaos? Yeah, sometimes. I like a good old hardcore match here and there, but I'm still me. I still wrestle hardcore style, still wrestle country style. But no, I don't miss it all being the bad guy at all.
You don't miss it. It's not fun being the bad guy. It's not fun being a bad guy because in the end, at the end of the day, good guy comes out on top, and you've proven that right there.
Yeah. I mean, plus, being the bad guy, you got to eat alone, got to travel alone, and it just ain't no fun, to be honest with you. And it's too much work.
Right. It is. It's too much work, and you're in a good spot. You're on top of the mountain, man. You're on top of KZW right now, and those tuning in, you just missed. I'll have to clip the highlight of it. Mr. Wrestling, one half of the KCW Tag Team Champions, Jeremy Rage, called in and tried to ruffle up Big Cousin Frank, and he wants a shot at the new KCW Heavyweight Champion. He wants a shot at his title. And it's crazy that we are talking about that, and he calls in, man. Everyone's listening to you, man. The world's listening to you tonight, Frank.
I hope they are. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care who you are. Like I said, I don't care who you are, what you are. If you want a shot, I'll give you a shot. I'm a fighting champion, and I'm always ready for a fight.
You are. You're always ready for a fight. And the footage and stuff I've seen on your matches, you're fighting champion. You're a fighter.
Yeah, just this morning I fought with my socks to even get them on my feet. I'm ready for a fight all the time.
Oh, damn. Deathmatch Wrestle says it's mayhem on the Everett Lee Show. Of course, it's Everett Lee. What do you expect? You shouldn't expect nothing short when you come on the Everett Lee Show and when you tune in, because anything happens when you're live. And I cannot wait to hear this back tomorrow when I go back and listen to this, because this is great. I got caught off guard tonight, and of course, Big Cousin Frank, our new KCW Heavyweight Champion, got caught off guard, and that's just what happens, man. It's life, but you know what? You keep rolling with it, man. You keep rolling with it.
Oh yeah. Hey man, I tell you what, wrestling catches you off guard anytime. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. You definitely never know what's going to happen. And speaking of wrestling, what's been going on and stuff, have you caught up with anything as of lately on what's been going on TV and on the indie scenes?
Well, I've caught a little bit. I saw last night that Big E's back. I'm happy Big E's back. He's a fun guy to watch. I talked to him one time before, and it was before he started doing that, we accidentally ran into each other down in Knoxville.
Nice.
And he's a pretty cool guy, and I'm happy he's back. Now, this Dolphin Ziggler thing, I will tell you this: I'm liking, what about me? Little thing he's got going on. To me, I mean, he's up there with some of the best performers they got. And then we go back to Monday Night Raw with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, Seth Rollins.
It's a mess. It's a mess. But I'm happy that Lesnar didn't successfully cash in Money in the Bank, and I'm happy Seth got it. Because I'm telling you right now, I enjoy watching Seth.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching him in Independence. But I've been following that. I've been following a lot of the tweets and stuff going on with a lot of the AEW superstars.
Yeah. Yeah. They're on fire.
And I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're on fire, man. They're definitely on fire. And since you're speaking of AEW, Devin had another question here. He wants to know your thoughts on Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing, my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is a mixture of new and old style wrestling. And guess what? Wrestling needed a dose of something big like that. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a big supporter of any wrestling because, it's if we get another big company come in, that gives us independent guys a shot to make it big. And because right now all we got relying on is WWE to make it big, or Ring of Honor, or even TNA still hanging around in there.
Yeah.
But bring in another company, give us a shot. There's a lot of great workers in the independent league.
Yes. There are. And speaking of workers, you hear about former Ty Dillinger. He's Sean Spears. He signed with AEW, and of course he was in the Casino Battle Royal on the Double or Nothing pay-per-view though. But he's actually signed with them now. And one thing I'm just wondering about now is how are they going to treat his girlfriend, who's still in WWE, Peyton Royce. I wonder how that's going to happen now, or what they're going to do with that, because they haven't really done nothing with Renee Young because of Jon Moxley, because she's married to him and he's over in AEW, but they haven't done anything with Peyton Royce, and who knows? They probably won't do anything. That's my thought. What are your thoughts on that?
My thought on that is, you can tell there's somebody else that's also got a little say in the company, and that's Triple H. Because back in the day, Vince would have just cut him right off, I believe. But Triple H, he knows what talent he's got. He knows that, they're fixing to go to war, and he's going to need all the bodies he can get, whether they're in relationships with somebody over there or their brother and sister or whatever. WWE's got talent. They just got to know how to use it.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you right there. Yeah, they got talent. They just got to know how to use it. They definitely know. What are your thoughts about Jon Moxley, man? Making some noise over New Japan Wrestling, winning the the IWGP United States Championship.
Yeah, and being the first one to ever hold WWE and that title.
Yes.
Man, John's doing a good job over there. He's doing a good job anywhere he goes. I saw some posters where he's going to be back over here in the States and doing some shows. But I'm telling you right now, John's the hottest thing going on right now. I do believe.
Yeah, he is. Jon Moxley right now is hot. He definitely is hot there, and he's trying to get into the G1. He wants to get into that there. And what do you think about that there, with him trying to get in on that right there, the G1 there event from New Japan?
He'd fit like a good fit glove, to be honest with you. I mean, he'd fit right in with them. Man, I tell you, they've had some classic matches over there in G1, and I hope he does get over there. I hope he really does. He called them out, so I guess we'll just sit back and wait for that one. Yeah.
I mean, we just have to see what happens with that right there, and of course, just everything that's going on right now. People are waiting to see what's going to be happening with AEW, and I will say this though: at the end of the month, here on the 29th, here in Daytona Beach, CEO Gaming is doing a event they did last year here. They're doing it again this year here in Daytona Beach, and they're having AEW as part of the wrestling. So you could go over part in the Ocean Center here in Daytona Beach. You could see gaming, video game tournaments, and then go across and see some good wrestling with AEW. And I'm excited about that. I didn't get tickets in time. Cousin Frank and me and my wife got the nosebleeds.
Oh.
Yeah.
At least you'll be there.
Yeah. At least to be there, though. But I know Podcast City Network was hoping to get in there, but it just wasn't their time to get in there and to cover this event, though. But I will mention this. Those who follow sports and who follow Final Score on Podcast City Network, tune in this weekend for Final Score because they have a big announcement that you will not want to miss. And Chris Wilson and Craig Final Score let me in on what the announcement is. And if you follow sports, NBA, NBL, NBA, NFL, all the good stuff, tune into Final Score on Podcasting Network because with their announcement, you will have your jaw drop and hit the ground because I couldn't believe it today. And it's something big, and tune in this weekend for them. And also, I want to mention about KCW's upcoming event. Besides tomorrow, you got another event coming up on June 15th. That's the Saturday, June 15th. Yeehaw! KZW, Kentucky's Own Wrestling presents. You get in early and you enjoy a plate of biscuits and gravy with a new heavyweight champion, Cousin Frank, for only $12. That will be at the Williamsburg National Guard Armory on 1215th Hurricane Holler, Williamsburg, Kentucky. Doors open to 7 p.m., bell time 7:30. All tickets $10. So.
Oh, yeah. Hey, for everybody that's listening, I'm going to tell you how to get there. You go to Walmart, you go to the shopping center right behind Toros Mexican Restaurant is the National Guard Armory because I've had a lot of people ask where it's at. And, man, I'm going to tell you what, every time somebody says, yeah, you can't help but to smile, can you?
Yeah, I know. I smiled, man. I was smiling when I said it. I definitely was. We should, you know what? Here's an idea. You should throw up for Mr. McGuire. You should have, during intermission, a yeehaw contest. Who can do the best yeehaw? Throw that out there for you.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a good idea right there. Yeah, I definitely will throw that out.
Yeah, you can judge it. You know, have the new champion, you know, the new KCW heavyweight champion judge that there, who he thinks can do the best yeehaw. Yeah, there you go. There's something right there. Throwing ideas out there.
I have written that down right here on the bench. I'm telling you, I will definitely bring that up.
Wow, that's great. I love it. Before we do close out on this podcast, I am taking one more question from the chat here, and it's from Devin. He wants to know any tips or tricks for newcomers to the business of he's referring to wrestling. Any tips or anything for anyone that's new?
For anybody that's new, have a heart. I want you. It's gonna hurt. I mean, you're gonna wake up some mornings and have to crawl out of bed, and then when you hit the floor, it's gonna hurt more. And then you have to crawl to the bathroom and do your morning job. But you gotta have the heart. So I'm gonna tell you right now, the bigger your heart is, it doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter how unhealthy you are. Well, you gotta be a little healthy, but it doesn't matter how big you are. I'm going to tell you right now, as long as you got the heart, dreams do come true, Devin. Stick with it. It's going to come. There's going to be times where you want to quit, but you just can't. You got to push through. You got to remember you sitting there in front of the TV as a kid and telling, hey, I'm going to be I'm going to be there. I'm going to be champion. I'm going to be heavyweight champion one day like I did Saturday. But, yeah, Devin, like I said, don't give up. You got to have the heart, bud.
Nice. That's really good advice. That is really, really good advice. I like that. I like that a lot. Big cousin Frank. Now, before we do close, I do want to throw out a mention that you can catch episodes of the Everett Lee Show audio version over on podbeam.com. The Everett Lee Show. iTunes. Everett Lee Show is available on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. And be sure to follow the Everett Lee Show on Facebook, the Everett Lee Show, and on Twitter at the Everett _ Lee, and on Instagram, Everett Lee Show. Audio portions of this podcast and previous release podcast on YouTube, right there, the Everett Lee Show. And be sure to follow Podcast City Network, the official host of the Everett Lee Show. Be sure to head over to podcastcity.net for content and podcast. Hit them up on Facebook and give them a thumbs up over on Facebook, Podcast City Network, and send them a tweet on Twitter at Podcast City Net. You can check out video portions of this podcast and many other podcasts over on the YouTube channel, Podcast City Network on YouTube. And subscribe and follow and like right here on twitch.tv/Podcast City Network. And Big Cousin Frank, the new KCW World Heavyweight Champion. I'm going to hold my glass up and give you a round of applause, my brother.
Wow!
That's right. That is right.
That's right. Hey, y'all, you can follow KZW up on Facebook, Kentucky's own last one. You also can follow me on Big Frank Van over on Facebook, and be more than happy to accept you in the family.
That's right. Awesome. Thank you so much, champ, for coming on. I'm going to have to get used to saying that now. Calling you champ.
Oh, yeah, for a long time. For a long time, buddy. I'm telling you right now, and hey, I appreciate you inviting me back on here. Man, we have a good old time every time.
I know. And right before I close, Devin wants to say thank you for the encouraging words, Frank.
You're welcome, Devin. Just stick with it, buddy, if that's what you're doing.
That's right. Stick with it, man. And that is it for the Everett Lee Show. Everett Lee signing off. Be sure to tune in next week for another exciting podcast. And anything goes of the Everett Lee Show. Everett Lee signing off, and I am out of here. Peace.